guys, it is Mary,
And Amma.
and today we are back with another review of Christine's book. Today we are on chapter 18, and this chapter is called I Put My Big Girl Panties On. In this chapter, Christine, she talks a little bit of talks a little bit about her dynamic with Robyn and also with Cody and how she was kind of in this weird love pentagon with everything that was going
Mm,
on. He kind of starts the chapter off
okay.
by talking about her move, the small rentals when they moved to Las Vegas, and how it kind of gave them all more independence, and how basically like her role in the family of like being peacemaker, party planner, and like doing all these different things to kind of keep the family together basically was like null and void. Like they really didn't need her anymore because everybody else was in separate houses. So, she just said
Mm,
Mary and Janelle, they weren't the best of friends, but they know that they could depend on each other for family and emergencies. Um,
mhm,
she
mhm.
she did also talk about kind of like Cody's time, like his time, how it was very uneven, and how, the kids kind of noticed that. And that, he was always over there at Robin's and stuff. And she would just tell kids, don't worry about it. It's going to pan out. He's just trying to get to know them. Well, as we all know, it never really panned out, actually.
Yeah,
And she said that she was kind of like in this weird love pentagon, meaning that, she basically wanted to have a better relationship with Cody, but Cody was mad at her because she wasn't close to her sister wives. So she wanted to have a better relationship with
i.e.
Robin.
Robin.
You said what?
I.e. Robin.
Right.
I.e. Robin. That's who he meant.
Exactly. And she wanted a
Mhm,
better relationship with Robin, but Cody was always over
mhm,
there. So she felt like she could never just go over there to Robin's house because she felt like she always had to call her first and all that stuff. And she
mhm.
just felt like it wasn't really like an open invitation. So she also saw that his car was always over there. She even brought it up to Mary and Janelle. She's like, don't you notice that he's always over there? Like his time is not spent equally. Janelle basically really did not care. Neither one of them, Janelle or Mary, believed Christine. They basically were just like, "Oh, okay." Janelle was like, okay, I don't see that, and it really doesn't matter to me, basically. She had a great relationship with her. Mary was very close with Robin, but had a strained relationship with Cody. So she also was in denial. Whereas, like, Cody's not getting along with her anyway, so she wouldn't be like upset that he's not going over to her house because they're not getting along.
Yeah,
So she wasn't seeing it, but also she didn't want
yeah,
to um accept the fact that her new close friend is getting so close and chummy with her husband, which is also her husband. But Mary was just in
right.
denial. You know, Mary has
Yeah, she
stayed in
was.
denial.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mary was in denial. Yeah, definitely. And also because um remember that Robin kind of stepped in as that mediator for her and Cody.
right.
And yeah, so it's kind of like, well, my relationship is actually a little better with Cody now that Robin is here because he seems to be a little nicer to me.
Right.
Right. Remember how Christine was saying that even though changes in Cody, tiny changes in Cody were positive, right? When Robin talked to him on her behalf, but Christine did not like that because I'm not in a relationship with Robin. I don't want Robin to be our go between. But with Mary, Cody really could not stand her. It seemed as though just Mary's presence totally and completely
Annoyed him.
triggered Cody. The fact that she was even breathing. I mean, I'm just going to go there. The fact that Mary breathed got Cody upset.
Yeah.
I want to even say that her even speaking probably irritated the hell out of him
Yeah.
also. So anything other than that made Mary feel better. Like, at least he's talking to me. At least when I'm kind of hanging around him and Robin, he will smile and tolerate me. Because Cody realized that when he was being nice to his sister wives, I saw a clip recently, I think it was yesterday, where Robbie was talking to, I think it was Suki, and she says that it was like an aphrodisiac to her when Cody will be good to his wives.
Right.
Like him loving his wives, being kind to his wives, or just, like that kind of turned her on,
Yeah.
right? Cody, I guess if she's telling Suki, she said that to Cody.
Yeah.
And so Cody does his little hypocrisy thing only because he's trying to, like show a good light to Robyn to get her all. I don't know. Maybe she makes him a really good customer that day. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I can see why Mary, she stayed in Delulu land. Janelle, he's still coming around once a week. She's fine with that. You come around once a week, to do some things, get my oil change, and do some things around the house. I'm fine with it. The other thing too, though, remember that Christine lived not too far away from Robyn. Like
Right.
she lived down the road. So
Yeah.
I'm sure every time she passes the house, going to the grocery store or wherever, she see Cody's car right there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
she even kind of talks about just like his time that was very unfair, like especially when Cody and Truly, basically when Christine gave birth to Truly, he was with her for about I think about one day or maybe just that day. But she said that she even
Hmm.
recalls back then where she had asked Cody, "Hey, I need you. Can you be here for me a little longer, like just for an extra day?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, no, you need to rely on your sister wives," and basically hauled ass to Robyn. And she says
Yeah.
she talks about, well, when she looked at Cody and Robyn, when she had Solomon, he stayed with her for 2 straight weeks before Solomon was born, and then 2 more weeks after she gave birth to Solomon.
Wasn't that some tea right there?
Shut
I was stunned. I
up!
have not heard this
I know.
ever. This was shocking. What?
Yes,
2 weeks
that's really a good
prior to
mom.
Solomon coming? I know. Two
Yeah,
weeks prior to Solomon coming, and then 2 weeks after.
that's
Like, and
wild.
he is so bold with his discrepancy. He is so bold with it. Like, I don't care. This lady just asked me, she just had a baby. I mean, truly was the last baby we had. It don't matter to me one bit. I'm going to be over here for 2 weeks and I'm going to make up another story as the reason why I'm here. And if she dares to bring it up, I'm just going to call her Jelly. You're
Yeah.
jealous of your sister wife. You're not a good sister wife. You need to be lovable. I cannot stay here if you're not positive. I move towards positivity and I run from negativity.
Yeah, that was
The same
ridiculous.
talking points.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh
And
my goodness.
she also kind of talks about Robyn. She talks about the fact that, she really just felt like, well, why does Robyn need so much? Like she felt like, eventually the time would span out, but she said just as time went on, it just seemed like Robyn needed more and more. And Cody was more than willing
Yes.
to like oblige her. She even started thinking, well, is Robyn really that helpless? Because she's not dependent on anybody for help.
I know.
She's not depending on any of her sister wives. She said instead, and this is how she says it in the book, instead she relied on my McKelty to help her with her kids.
Mm,
And she
mm,
even
mm,
had her
mm,
sister come out, and then they hired a nanny. And she said she was just
mm.
flabbergasted that she was not getting any help from the sister wives, but was getting all this outside help, and then using her child to help her with her kids. I know
I
I would have been
know.
upset. But
And probably not even paying her child, not even paying the child for
oh
the
yeah.
babysitting that she is doing. But I bet you she paid the nanny. I bet you she paid the sister.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, so that was really the only so Christine said that she never really explored plural marriage. Like that's how she personally feels. And she also kind of talks about how, she kind of just chalked it up to the fact that Robyn just didn't know how it worked around here. So she still went out of her way to try to be friends with her. They even went to lunch one time. And, Christine, I guess she got comfortable and started venting to Robyn about like how, oh, when you first came, I was jealous and da 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 da, and these were my issues going on. Tell me why Robyn runs back to Cody and says that, oh my God,
Ran.
she's coming at me, and oh my God, she basically is like blaming me for why you guys have a bad relationship. So, Cody. comes and gives her a very a rude visit. It's basically told her that, you are rude and you're awful and da da da. And so she ends up, she said, so she was just shocked that Cody was coming at her. She started to realize that, hold on, wait, not this woman coming
Yes, not this
to keep my
heifer.
business, coming and telling my business. Like, I'm sure that's what she was thinking in her
Not
head.
this
You know,
backstabber. Is this
yeah,
a
right?
backstabber or not?
Yeah,
Is this a rat or what?
yeah,
Oh my goodness gracious. What is sad is that Christine actually thought that Robyn, because she said when she first came, she was always crying, right? So she actually thought that Robyn was this really sensitive person,
right.
right? Probably very altruistic and just kind, had such a pure, good heart, wore her emotions on the sleeve. She didn't realize that woman was manipulation 101, right? I'm
Yeah.
gonna cry. I'm gonna push Cody to be my hero and run to rescue me against big bad Christine. I mean, my goodness gracious.
Yeah, this one point I also wanted to talk about was that she also said she apologized to Robyn and she was crying about it. She was like thinking she was that Robyn was like, I thought you were mad at me and da 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 da, and like, that's why, like it just came off that way, like you were super upset with me and all these things and stuff. And Christine was like, no, I wasn't mad at you. I was more than anything frustrated with Cody and all this stuff, right?
Right.
So, I guess they kind of made up or whatever, but Kristen said she never let her guard down again because she realized that whatever she tell this woman, she gonna go back and tell Cody. So later, after
So
she
that
had apologized and Robyn and Christine, it seemed like they had made up. It was like,
right.
I think during in that same conversation, Robyn says, "Well, why did you stop massaging Cody?" And Christine was one taken
Oh,
aback.
Robbie brought it up.
Robyn brought it
I
up.
was, oh my goodness gracious me. How did she know that?
Yeah, she brought it up and she then realized that Cody is telling her everything. And she said, well, why did you stop massaging Cody? And Christine was like, because he doesn't massage back. I'm not going to massage you when you're not massaging me back. And then she said, oh, really? He's such a good husband, such a great husband. And Christine was thinking, really? So Christine just knew from that point on that either Cody's telling her some stuff and Robyn's running to tell him everything, and she was just like, okay. She's like, she tried to be kumbaya. Like the chapter ended with her basically trying to be kumbaya, but she was like, I never let my guard down after that because, I just couldn't
Yeah,
trust.
I mean, I don't blame her. I
And
don't
she
blame
felt
her. I
betrayed by
mean,
Cody too, that he was talking about their sex life.
I'm not laughing at Christy. I mean, the thing is just bad. It's just bad. I mean, my goodness gracious me. He
A
is just
mess.
another level.
Yeah.
He really is. He really, I mean, these poor, poor, poor women and poor Christine. I mean, especially her being mostly at home. It's like you're able to see more, Mary was working, Janelle is working. Um, I mean, she was selling clothes. She did say she was selling clothes with Mary, but probably not to the extent that Mary was doing it. And she just had more time to really think, really observe what was really going on. And also what I admire about Christine, the ability to be honest, even though it's painful, but
Yeah.
be honest about what you're seeing and
Right.
not trying to pretend and put your head in the sand.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, y'all, that
Wow.
was quite the chapter. My
That
God.
is some tea. That is huge tea that you just dropped, Mary. That is huge tea. The 2 week with Solomon before
Craziness.
Solomon came and 2 weeks after. Wow.
Yeah. But yeah,
Wow. And
y'all.
she did say that even when Janelle and when Mary, like when they had their kids, Cody spent an extra day with them.
Right.
He actually did. So that's why her asking for that extra day wasn't something new. It wasn't something that she expected that he wouldn't give her. Unfortunately for her, Robyn was now in the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate. But yes, you guys, that was chapter 18, you all. When was it? On our next episode, Marion, on we will talk about chapter 19, which also was quite juicy as well, you all.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
y'all. But it is Mary,
And Amma.
and we will see you guys on the next video. Bye.
Bye.